Hello, we are discussing about GATE 1998 ECE paper, and this question is related to analog circuits. The emitter coupled pair of BJTs gives a linear transfer relation between the differential output voltage and the differential input voltage only when the magnitude of VID is less alpha times the thermal voltage, where the value of alpha is A4, B3, C2, D1. So VID, input difference voltage or differential input voltage. Okay, what is the value of VID to give the linear relationship between the output and input? Okay, so if you look at this one, this is what? Emitter coupled differential amplifier. So for this emitter coupled differential amplifiers, we can write V01, and here we are going with two inputs. Always differential amplifier amplifies the difference between the two inputs. For example, VS2 is equal to 0 and VS1 is applied. So input at one side is applied, other side is grounded, so the difference is nothing but same as VS1. Okay, now VID is equal to VS1. So based on this one, V01 can be written as minus IC times of RC. Okay, because it is common emitter amplifier, output is 180 degrees phase shifted to input, so that you are getting this minus sign. And V02 can be written as IC times of RC. V02 is nothing but IC times of RC. What I am writing is small IC, that is nothing but change in collector current. And across this point and input signal are in phase, whereas the output of Q1 is 180 degrees phase shift, whereas output of Q2 is going to be in phase with input signal. So if you are going for the total, V0 is equal to 2 times of IC into RC, which is nothing but V02 minus V01. Generally we can take V01 is equal to V02 minus V01, which is nothing but 2 times of IC RC. So we can say V0 is linearly related to VI when, okay, V0 proportional to V input, that is VID, only when V0 is proportional to IC and IC is going to be proportional to VID. V0 has to be proportional to IC and IC must be proportional to VID. Okay, so then only we can say that when V0 is proportional to VID, that is V0 is linearly related to VID. Okay, now we must get relationship between IC and VID, difference in differential input voltage and collector current. So for that one, these are the transfer characteristics for the differential amplifier. Look at this one, these are the transfer characteristics. From this transfer characteristics, this is IC2 divided by I0, it is IC1 divided by I0, which is normalized collector current. I0 is the current which is flowing whenever no input signal is applied. If no input signal is applied, because of biasing you will get some currents. That current we are assuming it as I0. Okay, IC1 by IC, IC1 by I0 and IC2 by I0 are going to be normalized versions. So don't bother about whether it is normalized or normal collector current. So from these characteristics, look at this one. This is the points. These are the points up to, that is minus 4 and plus 4. And this characteristics is between normalized collector current versus normalized differential input voltage. So simply you can think it is IC versus VID. So if the VID, VB1 minus VB2 is nothing but VID divided by VT. If from this characteristic, if VID divided by VT is going to be less than or equal to 4, okay, then the collector currents IC1 and IC2 are going to be linearly related to VID. So only for this portion VID is going to be, so we can say it as VID is going to be less than or equal to 4 times of VT. Only during this portion, under this limitation, collector currents are going to be linearly varied with respect to input difference voltage, so that output is going to be linearly related to input voltage. So this is a conclusion. The differential amplifier is a very good limiter, since when the input exceeds plus or minus 4 VT, very little further increase in output is possible. That is, output will not be increased once the input differential voltage is greater than or equal to 4 VT. Okay, here this is alpha VT. If you assume alpha will be equal to 4, so the right answer for this question is 4A. Thank you.